Hey, what's up, everyone? I wanted to make this quick video to show you some discrepancies with the battery cell voltage readings that I'm getting on the POWheel app compared to the readings I'm getting on the Onewheel app and the Onewave app. And so the reason I'm making this is I was riding my board the other day and I took a look down at my phone at a stoplight, and I noticed that one of the cells went dead on the on the POWheel app. And so I got concerned, messaged Soren because I'm using a 2X system. And, he was very nice, kind of walked me through a few things to do. We're still in the process of figuring out how to solve this. But he basically said, yeah, don't ride the board full speed. It might be nothing or it might be something. So we still have to do diagnostics. So while I'm waiting to sort this out with Soren, I kind of ran some of my own tests to see, is it just an app issue? Because I've heard of people having misreadings on the POWheel app when pairing it to their board. And I've heard of people having okay readings and then misreadings. So apparently, like the firmware that's in the computer for the Onewheel now, the Gemini firmware can sometimes give you a false error or a false representation on the POWheel app. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to switch here to my video. So right now, here's my board with my 2X battery pack there in the background. Everything is connected like stock, except everything is disassembled. Okay, so everything is connected with wire. So I'm going to turn on the board, and you'll see here that we're going to get that normal pulsation, right? So that looks good. So let's exit out of that. My Bluetooth is turned on. Let's launch the POWheel app. Okay, let's scan for the board and take a look at my cursor here. So the battery voltage is reading normal, about 53.4 or 5, and then all the battery cells are reading fine. Now we're going to wait for about 30 seconds to a minute, and I want you to focus on the battery voltage here and the top left battery cell voltage. Okay, still waiting. It's going to happen any second. Okay, so there's the issue. Battery voltage is now 0.0, and that top left cell number is double dashed, right? So now let's exit out of this. Let's close that app so we don't have any apps that are confusing each other. And let's open Onewheel. Connect it to my plus, so you can see it's connected there. Let's go to board settings, and if you look at battery voltage here right now, it's 53.4, even though it was 0.0 on the POWheel app. Again, let's disconnect out of here, close that app completely. Let's open a third app, Onewave. Okay, let's go to this column here. Let's refresh. And you can see here, battery voltage is 53.4 right now, and all the cells are live or balanced. And I haven't turned off my board at this point. My board has been on since the very beginning of this video. So I haven't turned it on or off, on or off. I just left it on completely. So what this is telling me, although I have to verify with Soren, is that double dash line I was getting on POWheel app when I was at the stoplight, it's probably not a bad cell or a bad BMS. It's just a bad communication between the POWheel app and the firmware that's on the Onewheel. Now, I've been using, as far as I know, the same firmware. I didn't recently update or upgrade anything, so I don't know why that would change all of a sudden spontaneously unless there was a automatic update that my app did without telling me. And I also tested all the cells on my 2X. So I grabbed a multimeter and I checked them for the small white plug and the small white balance plug and the large white balance plug. So yeah, I checked those, and let me see if I can bring up an image of that for you. Yeah. So these two here, where my cursor is, that one and that one, I checked the connections there, and the volts were consistent, 3.32, I believe, between all of them here and all of them here. So that tells me that all of the cells were doing fine. Not only did I test the 2X battery, I went ahead and disconnected the 2X battery and the satellite packs and reconnected my stock Onewheel Plus battery. And I tested the cells on those. And again, all those cells were normal, 3.32. But again, with my stock battery connected, when I launched POWheel app, I got that same error after 30 seconds. But when I closed that app and launched either the normal Onewheel app or the P1Wave app, the cells were fine. It was all 3.32 and the battery voltage was completely fine. So this really looks like it's just a problem between POWheel app currently and the firmware that's currently installed on the board. So anyways, I just wanted to run that by with you guys, just in case, you're unable to get some help. Don't lose faith in the performance of the 2X. It could just be a software or a firmware issue. Of course, be careful riding your board. You definitely, if you see a dead cell, you don't want to go, from what I've heard, over 10 miles per hour, because you have an increased tendency to nosedive, obviously. So if you can, don't even ride the board, but if you have to, keep it under 10 once you see a dead cell. I will keep you guys updated how this gets solved, and we'll post a second video to it. I haven't ridden my board yet since figuring this discrepancy between the apps out. I just figured this out tonight, and I'm kind of relieved because I was really worried that it was a bad 2X or a bad BMS, but I will make a follow-up video and keep you guys posted. If you have any questions, or if you went through anything similar, especially if you guys found out any solutions to this issue, please comment down below, and I would really appreciate it. It'll help out the rest of the community as well. All right, guys, thanks so much. Hey, what's up, guys? So I did want to mention something that I forgot to cover in the previous couple minutes. So you notice that when I did open the POWheel app, I had to wait about 30 seconds to 1 minute to see that problem with the cell and the battery voltage. And yet when I opened up the regular Onewheel app or the Onewave app, I just opened it up quickly and I didn't wait 30 seconds to a minute. So even though I didn't show it in the original footage, I actually left the Onewave app running for about 2 to 3 minutes and then refreshed it and rechecked the cells and the voltage, and everything was fine. And again, with the normal Onewheel app, also launched that one and waited a few minutes and then checked the battery voltage, and the battery voltage was fine. So I did keep the tests consistent between the three apps, the Onewave, the POWheel, and the Future Motion Onewheel app. All right, guys, just wanted to let you guys know.